welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from DadX, and Happy New Year. It's now 2021 and this is our first episode in the new year. I brought the trailer with the metal beams on back across that swampy area with the Fleetstar. It's been really slow, heavy going. I've had to leapfrog tree to tree, then winch the trailer back to me. I'd much prefer to have the load on the truck and have an empty trailer. You can see the worst result is we've burnt through almost a whole tank of fuel, having to grind our way through there, and that's not brilliant. We can fix it. We're not too far from the port. We can get somebody around with some fuel to get us going. What I may do is bring a truck round with a crane. I do think this stretch of the map is going to need to be avoidable if possible, so we'll look at some of the other routes that are available. We'll probably use the crane to get the metal beams onto the Fleetstar to solve that weight distribution issue, although to be honest I think once we're back out of this little area it's not going to be as bad an issue as it is at the moment. And then the Fleetstar could probably just do a lap of the map, because I've looked ahead at the missions a little bit and got a little bit of an idea of what it is we're going to need to be moving around from where to where. So we're going to leave this guy parked up here. We'll come back to him. We've still got the Humvee to sort out, and in fact this has been another slog. It's now dark. It's without the diff locks I think it's been a bit of a struggle, but I've made it. It would have been quicker with hindsight just to whiz round in the Royal and get this trailer hitch the trailer to the Royal and probably tow the Humvee back. I hope you don't mind me keep calling it a Humvee. I know it's a Hummer H12 really, but you know, I just think of Black Hawk Down. So there is an alternative route to cut out this really boggy part, which is the route we actually opened by bringing the load up here of metal beams. It does go straight over the mountains, but I think we're going to scout that out, because cutting this corner off the map will be a very good idea. The Royal is waiting down there patiently, so he's going to go with the trailer, the Royal, and grab 4 loads of bricks to complete the first stage of the next mission, and then we'll see where we are. The next 2 loads that need to go to finish off that mission, I think it's the polar base mission, but I think we'll park up right here and call it a night. I'll see you in the morning. In fact, it is now the morning, so let's have a little look at the map. The mission we are doing, the Port Polar Supply Base, it wants us to get, which is over here, it wants us to get the bricks from this warehouse, but this warehouse where we are supplies bricks, so I've got them from here. I don't think I've knowingly got cargo required for a mission from a different pickup place, so I assume that's not going to be an issue completing the mission. It better not be. So we're going to go back around the way we've been basically, so I'm not expecting anything too bad to happen. This is a lighter load. We'll have to fix that. With batteries are low, could have a catastrophe, eh? It's a lighter load than the metal beams we've already taken round that way, so I'm not expecting any problems. So I'm going to head off on the journey now. Oh, I've also scouted. There's a little blockage mission here. That wants wood, and the wood is at the timber yard up here, the lumber mill, sorry. So what I'm thinking is the Fleetstar, who's down here waiting for some fuel, can go all the way around here, drop off his metal beams, come all the way around, pick up some lumber, and come all the way back basically. And along the way he'll have a trailer with him. Along the way we'll see what jobs he can do. We need to get some more scouting done. This is the route across the mountain top that we just cleared, which is going to cut out this really swampy corner here, so we might have a look at that. There is an alternative route I guess across this side, which we haven't even looked at yet, so maybe we can just start ignoring this corner of the map if this route isn't a viable shortcut. All to be found out. So I'm going to get on with this. We'll get the lights on. I may well skip a chunk out of this journey because I'm not expecting much to happen. I may leave the trailer outside where that warehouse is and just nip inside just to see what's in there. I'm also assuming there'll be some trailers that I haven't found yet on this map that may have some relevant loads on them to help us complete the missions without the back and forth. because that is certainly what we have found on the other maps. So, see, it still wants me to go into that warehouse. It's still tagged behind me. That's what that mark is there, I'm sure. Is to try and get me to pick up bricks from in there. Am I right? I better check the map before I start making decisions. No, that's the factory. What's at the factory? It must be relevant to this mission. Metal beams from there. Fuel, again, see, it's telling me that fuel from this fuel station, but there's a fuel station right up here. So I'm going to get the fuel from there. I'm going to get a new battery. I think I'd forgotten about this long stretch of gentle uphill snowiness, but we seem to be moving nicely. We were coming downhill, obviously, on the way round previously. The lack of winch points is something we'd already noticed, so as long as we can keep going. I'm in the regular gearbox at the moment as well. I'm pretty sure it makes very little difference when you haven't got diff locks. It's always worth going in there if you need to. What I also found, that having to swim my way almost through that swamp with the Fleetstar and the Humvee, was that just going side to side on the steering literally kind of helped you drag your way through, but it was very hard going. This is going much better than the Fleetstar went through the mud, and we see it is quite a little incline. We seem to be up here now. But yeah, we were having trouble. There's nothing to help us get up winch wise, really. Certainly I think extended winches are a good thing to have on this map. Right, just cut right around the corner of this big wet patch. Go, 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 keep the momentum going if we can. And then it looks like we've got another long slope coming up. There we go. No trouble. No trouble at all. I would have thought that that bit of water would be much nastier than it is. Thankfully, not the case. Right, it's hard to see where the track is actually supposed to be. We don't seem to have any nasty camber issues or sudden surprises on the bits of the map we've been on so far, so I'm thinking most of the trucks that can have a crane on them are going to get a crane put on them. There can be something to be avoided if they're unnecessary, because they can make your truck a little bit more tippy, but it doesn't seem to be an issue on this map. Right, we're going to have to do anything here. We're going to change it into that. There you go. We're going to go left to right with the steering. It just seems to drag us through. The change of gear did make a little bit of a difference there, didn't it? I think. I'm certainly still learning. Let me know what you guys think. You may well have more experience of this than me. Without the diff locks, do the higher gear ratios really make a big difference? Right, regular gears. Got a downhill stretch. In fact, we could stay in the high gear just to control the speed, because I don't think this is a map you want to get too carried away on. There you go, that's quite good, I like that. All felt nicely controlled. What was I just saying about cambers? This looks like it's got a bit of a camber going on right here. So we'll go a little bit over to the right and then back round to the left. Yeah, there's a big old pile of snow drifted up against the rocks there. Again, would it be that alien to the ethos of the game to have some kind of a blade, you know, a snow plow? Maybe get, you know, a player wanted to spend the time going around these routes and shoving some of the snow out of the way, like we might have wanted to with some of the rocks on the previous maps. I can't imagine that is a really hard thing to engineer. Right, just a minute. Shall we leave the trailer here? How are we doing for fuel? How far have we got to go? We're about we're getting on for halfway already. So yeah, I'm going to nip round and just check out this route into the warehouse. There could be a useful trailer around here as well. And since we're here, just saves another vehicle. I'm going to come and do it. And, well, it's a nice quick route. We've got a little side mission here. This one of the timed missions. New objective discovered. Show contest. Yep. Which one is that? Right, it's a point-to-point time trial, which we'll get to one day. Let's get on with some of the main business and the scouting. Although I did notice that the last watchtower, look, we haven't actually unlocked, even though there's only a little bit of map that isn't unlocked because of that. That's right among the points of one of those timed missions, so we'll probably do both at once. This is the bit I wanted to check out. Oh no, it looks quite rocky. Oh no, that's okay. Right. That's why I wanted to get round here. So there's not a big problem there at all so far. And this track seems nicely frozen solid. Let's see if this was worth doing at all. Well, intel's always useful. There's no such thing as bad intel, is there? Information's always handy. So let's just see. Can we spot a trailer? We got the pickup point there. No. Yes. Nothing. Oh, there you go. That's a lot of fuel. I don't know at this stage whether that is a mission objective or not, so I'm not going to top up my fuel out of it, because if that turns out to be a mission objective, that will add the additional step of needing to fill it up before we can hand it in. So we know he's there. We can't move him with this truck anyway. Any other kind of trailer we would have brought back out to the road probably. Especially if it was at all handy, but no. Right, we've just passed, is that the factory there? We're turning off the main road to head down to the polar base. So it's uncharted territory, so I thought we would share it. It also looks like there's a couple of other little side missions tucked down here too. So we've only got to get metal beams from that little icon there to the icon just up ahead of us. And the fuel is actually not far behind us there. Rather than where the game is telling us to get it, which is the other side of the map. We've also got some upgrades on the map already uncovered, so we need to go and find those. So I think once we get that handed in, or this handed in I should say, before we worry about completing this mission, we will do a little bit more scouting, and I may even do the back and forths of handing in the last two loads for this mission, since they're so local to here. Ooh, what have we got here? Is that all flooded? Since they're all local to here, I may well do those off camera. Right, let's get our bearings properly here. Okay, I am going through this wet bit. We've got something out in the water there that we will need to pick up. A trailer. Oh, that water's obviously not very deep. In fact, I'm going to jinx myself potentially and say so far the water has not been a challenge, because it's water on rocks. So as long as we don't get caught out by a big rock tipping us over, or getting us really kind of wedged in or on it, the water's not too scary so far. Right, once we're through here, we're straight down the lane. Very nice out here. It snowed for 20 minutes here today, and it was obviously didn't settle or anything like that. What's this little mission here? Let's just dip a wheel in and have a look. Show task. Accept lost tube. Where's the large pipe? Deliver to drilling site. Large pipe. Ah, this is going to be one of the large pipes from the port, is it? Oh no, it's lost. It is literally lost over here. They lose some unusual things here, don't they? Just a minute, let's get our bearings. That's the way we've been using the map. So we'll have a look at that another time. Let's not get distracted by every side mission we find. I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077 on my old Xbox One, and I have to say, it is quite glitchy. The AI is pants. That means rubbish. But in a way that makes the game just ridiculously easy. And but I'm managing to play it, and it could have been such a good game. But at the same time, there's things it doesn't do half as good as Fallout 4. And I'm not saying that because I'm a fanboy. I'm not in the right place, am I? Where do I need to be to hand this in then? Oh, I've got the wrong mission selected now, haven't I? It will only let you do it when it is a selected mission. There we are. So now we can go. There's some bricks. There's some bricks. There's some bricks. There's all your bricks. I will get you 1 metal beams and 2 fuel. Quite soon. For now, we're gonna just stop the engine and have a little think. Well, I thought I'd get this mission completed, so I've nipped back and got the fuel and got the metal beams and refueled the truck. All worked perfectly. No stress, no bother. And then once this mission's complete, it unlocks another mission anyway, so we can see where we are and plan ahead. Freeze this truck up. We will probably get that trailer out of the lake before we move this truck out of this area, the one we saw on the way down. So I'm going to leave this guy parked up here, but no unload. Ah, that was a bit manual all of a sudden. There we go. Mission complete. Perfect. I'll accept my reward. I'll detach the trailer, stop the engine, put on the handbrake. Right, if we have a quick look on the map, way down the bottom of this list of things, we will find 2 upgrades. One is up behind, not far from where we are. We're here. It's on top of this, not on quite on top, but quite a way up this mountain. I'm guessing the most gentle route is up this side from the back of the factory here. Oh, there's a trader store in the factory. I didn't notice that until I was in there. So we can refuel there or get trailers there, obviously. So that's one upgrade. The other one is just round the corner from where we left the GMC. It's in maybe a potentially wet area, but to be honest with you, if we needed to reset the GMC, it wouldn't be a nightmare, would it? So let's hop in there, see if we can get that upgrade, because of course it could be something excitingly irrelevant. No. Right, we'll just back up down here. Now, opposite to the Royal on the GMC, of course, we've got diff locks, but we haven't got all-wheel drive. But I think we'll be okay. We need to get just turned around and in here. And if it goes wrong, to be honest, I don't think we're really losing out on much. We will be putting a crane on this truck, actually, so it could do with a pop back to the garage. Could even be this guy we send round, maybe to help the Fleetstar out. I don't know. No, I think the Tager's going to go that way. Right, we need to get up here, and it looks like we need to kind of follow this. I was going to say creek bed, but I think it's just a line of puddles with big rocks in between. Like the big rock we've just got that front wheel wedged against. Look at that, we're not pushing that one out of the way, are we? We'll get around him. over those ones. Let's just have a look on the map. Let's just put a little waypoint in here. Ah, right there. Right, time for diff locks and low ratio gears and a little bit of a winch. Just out of this muddy bit and over those rocks. We are moving. So let's just get our wheels in the square if we can. That's not the way to do it, is it? I was going to heroically bounce over the vehicle here without getting stuck on it, but it looks like it wants to force us over. Right, let's go. Go on, go, go, go. There we go. Upgrade, get upgrade. What have we got? We've got the Freightliner's raised suspension. I'm not sure how exciting that is. We're going to take this guy back to the garage. We'll see him. In fact, what I remember, let's just get a crane on him. Not that big monster crane, just the wee little one. Got one right there in storage. Right, so if we need someone to help, he's all ready to do so. Right, what's next? Okay, I've had to mute this last bit of footage because the recording messed up and recorded my narration so loud that even putting it on at 1% it sounded very loud. Anyway, we've got a mission to drop somebody up on top of this hill from down where the Hummer is parked, which also gives us an ideal opportunity to scout out this little route over the mountain, the one we unblocked. We have been up the other side of it to unlock the tower that's on the way up there. But yeah, so we'll see what this route's like, if it's a viable alternative to the Swamp Fest around that lower sort of southwestern corner as we've been looking at it. So let's get our bearings. We're basically heading back round the way we came, through the route that we cleared and up into the trailer park on top of the hill. So the Hummer's going okay. Diff locks will obviously help. It doesn't like the really deep squelchy stuff, but that's fair enough. Somebody left a comment on the last video. It sucks you only do these once a week. Yes, it does. It has, I should say, because there will be more. In fact, this is much less than a week since the last episode came out, of course. But yeah, things have changed a little bit. Basically, I was covering a job and a half, like for the last 6 months of the year. Plus the travelling for the ill mother, plus me having to run around for medical tests on me because I'm getting old, etc. So yeah, things are going to be a lot less hectic in the new year. Have a little bit more free time. And much as I love making the videos and having a channel and seeing the channel grow and you guys enjoying the videos, which is absolutely the main thing, it's the feedback that really gets me making videos. It has to be a little bit of a secondary thing, and I couldn't commit to doing too much. I've been so reluctant to, because the way work was, you know, it could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I think I'm going to be at home, and by 7 o'clock doing a bit of recording or a bit of narration, and I'm not because the phone rings. But hopefully, Phil, will be more regular and it will be less sucky going forwards. So we're getting very stuck here in the Humvee. We've got the winch points, which are handy. It's a little bit tight. It's certainly somewhere where you could potentially get a load rather caught up. Let's see what the rest of this route's like. We're getting away with the winch points that are available, really, because we're in such a light vehicle. There's no heavy duty winch points here. And once we're past this little clump of trees, we're on our own, so fingers crossed. But anyway, yeah. So there will be more videos, it will be more regular, we will make more progress. Just as the Humvee is here. So it's slow but steady. I'm not sure about dragging a heavy load around this way. Oh, we seem to have got to some frozen ground now. There you go, we're zooming along suddenly. So there was a definite boggy area. What's the... oh, what's this? Is that ground frozen solid, or is it... oh no. It appears to be quite fluid, liquid almost. Yeah, we're sinking right in there. Right, what we got to work with? We got one couple of downed trees in the mud, so we're going to winch to one of those And hopefully, well, getting over these trees shouldn't be a problem, because trees on the ground, let's see what they do. Usually they just kind of, there you go, look, it's fallen through the map. Trees across a path or in the mud like that, again, to invoke the older games, were really challenging. They would really mess you up. You could get really stuck, but not here. Right, so we've got that little tree. Just pump the winch button if you need to use those bendy trees to try not to snap them off. That's not helping. Right, let's do this properly. Some pro winch attachment instead of trying to do the quick attach all the time. That's brilliant. See, the extended winch is a lifesaver for sure on this map. I hadn't even thought to really put it on any of the vehicles before this map, but I thought I will now, and it's proved to be a wise move. Maybe a little bit of a intuition on my part, but now we're on the top here. The ground's pretty solid. It's very twisty and a little bit tight, but not too, you know, we've seen tighter pathways than that. So we've got to head up around this side. Hell of a place for a trailer park. We just caught a glimpse of the tower. That's the one we unlocked with the Humvee earlier on. Coming up this mountain from the other side, and then we went back down the same road, didn't we? And then back round through the swampy area. So we have negotiated pretty much all of that route. What's in here? Right, we've got a trailer in here. It's this Scout cargo trailer, and it's got a box of maybe spare parts or something on it. Seems to be, there you go, our man is delivered. We discovered a new trailer. These seem to me to be the most pointless trailers in the bloody game, to be quite honest with you, simply because the wheels on the trailer are so small. I'll hitch it up and just drag it around just so you can kind of see it. I'm not even bothered showing you these at all. I can't think of a mission that's ever just needed one pallet of something delivered, which might make this an option, you know, just to zip over there with one of these. So they're really not worth the aggravation. And when I did very early on with playing the game, so I might be just a little bit better at it by now, getting very bogged down on those trailers in mud, because the bottom of it just hits the mud really quickly. So we've been up this side to get to the tower, and there's a little stretch in the middle, but yeah, I think if we really have to get across here, over the hill might be a better way, but we'll see. I'm not even sure, to be honest, if we really need to come around this side of the map much more now. So we'll leave that trailer there. We really don't need it. I don't want it. I'm not even going to drag it around to sell it. We've got more money than we need. We've got more trucks than we need and more money than we need. So I guess unless you were really going for all the really big bling bling stuff, money's just not an issue. You guys haven't really said much to me when I've talked about the economy or the lack of it in this game. What do you... Come on. There must be somebody out there who agrees with me that they'd like, even if it was a secondary mode, something with much more of an economy. You know, fuel costing money, the loads maybe costing money, and if you had to buy it and sell it, you could be a bit of a wheeler dealer as well as just being a bit of a delivery driver. I don't know. It would just add, you know, the driving and all of this is brilliant. I love the way this is all modelled, the physics of it all. It's excellent. I'd quite happily have another layer of business going on. Right, let's see how we can get back through this mud hole. If I can get back through here in the Humvee with no diff locks, then maybe we can declare this a reasonably passable route if necessary, although I don't know. If we get stuck up here, we're really stuck. Around the muddy way, I guess it's hard work, but there's a million winch points. We can always get through there, whereas maybe this is somewhere we could get disastrously stuck. Look at that, yeah, pump the winch. Just drag us out of the hole, please, tree, thank you. And we're moving again. I've changed into that low gear. I still don't know if it makes much of a difference. We're moving. We're moving. I'm moving. Do we need to winch again? Can we winch again? Yeah, don't need to. Don't need to. We're moving. So we're through. There we are. I think We've got the wet patches just around this bend, but they're quite light in comparison. So I think we got all of the areas of this map kind of scouted out, apart from kind of a central area we don't know the detail of the routes and their suitability. I think the next episode, that is what we shall focus on. I'm going to do a little bit of maybe truck movement and positioning off camera. I think we'll send the Chevrolet round, give him first go at getting up that mountain to try and get to that upgrade. I think he deserves first shot at that. We'll get the other trucks out as well. The Tagar needs a run out. I'm thinking he's going to get through this a little bit quicker than maybe the Fleetstar does. We've always got the option, and as we're figuring this map out, we can use some trucks for the, you know, the icy road parts of the map, and maybe leave other trucks. Oh wow, did you see that piece of wood fly up there? It does that randomly sometimes. Yeah, maybe we'll have some trucks in situ on portions of the map, have a kind of a zonal scheme going on. We haven't really had to employ anything like that yet. Something you do in Farm Simulator a bit more. You'll have kind of equipment and vehicles that will cover a certain area of the map. Anyway, we're going to leave it there, guys. Leave me a comment, answer me questions, let me know your opinions, because they're always valuable. Subscribe if you want to stay in touch, and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video, because I don't want you to get used to them coming out once a week and you've missed a couple by the time you think to check again, eh? We do actually still have that one little tower to unlock, although I think it's only the dark portion of that lake that is really going to be uncovered. We've got some missions to find. Yeah, we'll have a good potter around, check out the routes and see what lies ahead of us. But we'll leave it there, guys. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching and goodbye.